This podcast is part of the Big Heads Media Podcast Network. Go to bigheadsmedia.com for more great podcasts. Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to Dumpster Diving. It's us. We're here. That sound you hear is not windows breaking because of riots. It's
Yeah, I'm not doing with his job of stacking piles of bricks in major cities and finally help us podcast.
Yeah. Stuff's going on in the world today. I posted 2 black squares on my thing just to show solidarity.
Extra solidarity?
Yeah, I didn't do the blackout thing, not because I don't care, but because I think it's less than the minimum you can do to help.
I also heard it was counterproductive, apparently.
Yeah. Stuff like that happens. You know how it is. How it is when fascism starts to take its hold on America.
Yep.
Anyway, so it's funny, Mike. We talked about this with the Skeptical Skeptics once. I think I don't know if we've ever actually mentioned it on our show or not. But you mentioned you talked about the Waco thing, and how you had some thoughts on that and everything, and I couldn't help but be reminded of some of that stuff today. Just so you guys know, when we get political and stuff like that, it's not a left or right thing. The Waco thing was Bill Clinton and Janet Reno, and if you supported that, then I'm guessing you also supported what's going on now, or you're a hypocrite. Or if you were against that, you should be against what's going on now, or you're a hypocrite. But anyway, I was slightly reminded of that with some of the images that I saw coming out of protests and things like that over George Floyd's death. Not to mention Ahmaud Arbery, who is, I guess, somewhat forgotten. I hope not, anyway. Amidst all this stuff, but that's another part of this that set a lot of this stuff off, and then the 400 years before that too. All that's part of it too. Just so you guys know, we're not recording this right after we recorded the other episode. This isn't like an extension of the political conversation that we had. I don't know why I started off on this thing. I guess I've just been talking about it a lot. So I don't know. How have you been, Mike?
Not bad.
Yeah, that's good. But anyway, so why don't we keep current with Mike? Let's get. Is there anything in the gossip columns that isn't related to this? Is it like Cardi B drags President President Trump?
President Clinton? Yeah. No, there's not that.
That'd be my guess. Everything.
Yeah, not really.
You know how on Twitter it'll have like trending news or whatever, and it has different categories. It has news, it has sports, stuff like that. Basically anything. I think it's anything you said you're interested in. All the entertainment ones that come up are just like Hugh Jackman, Black Lives Matter, or Jordan Peele saying,
"Hey, mate."
Yeah, exactly. Or Jordan Peele saying something or whatever. But all the entertainment stuff is just people talking about this because of the coronavirus. There's no movie industry right now to speak of, and this is a way for them to get their name out there and stuff to continue to be relevant even when they can't put out a movie. So good for them.
Good for them.
Yeah, it's the best. So do you have anything to keep current with, or is this a...
Well, obviously gossip is where we're going with this one.
Right.
Ew. EAUX, by the way,
okay.
Drew Brees does Mayo moonwalk apologizing for uncashiered Comments about NFL player kneeling in protest.
Did you say Mayo Moonwalk?
Mayo Moonwalk is definitely the word they use there. I don't know what unshashired is.
I'm wondering if Mayo Moonwalk is a term.
Is it a white person backpedaling?
Yeah, exactly. If it is,
obviously it is.
If it is, that's the funniest. Fucking Boss Up needs to win a Pulitzer Prize. That is the funniest fucking thing I have ever heard in my entire life. A Mayo Moonwalk. Now, have you? I actually know. This is like one of the times that I actually know what they're talking about.
Why don't you tell us, Mark?
Well, Drew Brees.
You're gonna do a Mayo Moonwalk of your own,
right? Drew Brees was interviewed about the upcoming NFL season, and the interviewer asked him, for those of you not aware, Drew Brees is the quarterback for the New Orleans Saints, and somebody asked him about players kneeling. A pretty standard question, because I would imagine, in wake of everything that's going on, that once the NFL season starts up again, there will be more players kneeling, I would imagine.
Probably, yeah.
And he said that actually, let me find. I don't want to misquote him, so let me find his direct quote. I think I called him an asshole on Twitter. But I kind of had a visceral reaction to this one, but let's see.
Where's Drew Brees from?
He's already apologizing. He went to school at Purdue. I remember that. Do
you know where he's billed from?
Parts unknown. Let's see. I'll tell you in 1 second. I believe he's a northern boy, but I'm not sure. Let's see. Where is he at? Where you at, Breeze?
Parts unknown.
All right. Drew Christopher Breeze, American NFL quarterback from... Oh, he is from Dallas, Texas.
Thank you.
So I'm wrong. Not...
Next question.
No, yeah, exactly. But basically...
He has an accent, I think.
Basically, he said that... he said that people shouldn't disrespect the flag, and he wouldn't be down with people kneeling. People that, are a different color than him, who block for him, basically said, hey, we're kind of hurt by
block the defensive line, you mean?
Yeah, exactly. Basically said, hey, we're kind of hurt by your comments, and maybe you'll get sacked a little bit more this upcoming season. No, they didn't say that. But his teammates did say that they were upset about his comments.
And not surprised. He's from Texas.
Right. So, yeah.
Sorry, RJ.
I don't get... Yeah, no kidding. I don't get that, though. The whole disrespecting the flag thing. To me, that's just...
First of all, who's doing that right now?
Right. Yeah. And I don't understand it. Like, I guess I do understand it. People didn't want the kneeling happening. I don't know why. I guess they don't want things to change. They're afraid of change. I don't know. But it was a way to try to delegitimize what Colin Kaepernick and others were doing, which had nothing to do with what they were doing. As
like it was Bountygate or anything,
right? As has been talked about a lot. A service member told Colin Kaepernick, because originally he was sitting. A service member said, "Hey, you should kneel. It's more respectful to the flag, and it still gets your point across and everything." So that's what he started doing. But whatever. But I think they should ask every quarterback about this. I think I want to know what Tom Brady thinks. I want everyone on record.
Was this for Concussion Magazine?
I don't know. I don't know who was doing the interview. I think it was no, I think it was
Pudo?
Yeah, exactly. I think that's who it was. Oh, Bossip. So that's his Mayo moonwalk. I don't know. I still think people are going to be a little upset when your first instinct is to bring it back to the stupid, you're disrespecting the flag thing, whatever.
Let's see. Our next, this is a really harsh one for Bossip. No wordplay here.
Okay.
No shock.
Wait.
Investigator, maybe George.
Start again. You got interrupted by my computer being stupid.
No shock there. GBI investigator. I assume that's Georgia Bureau of Investigation, which sounds like a really good fucking unit.
Right.
Reveals that Travis McMichael called Ahmaud Arbery fucking and then the N-word after killing him.
Yeah.
When you talk about adding insult to injury.
Right. Seriously, and it was hard R.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
It's like Quentin Tarantino fucking wrote this shit.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't a sign of respect. Yeah, I read that story too. Not in Bossip, but I heard that story and I said, well, that's not not surprising to me. Hey, you were right. It's the Georgia Bureau of Investigation.
Thank you.
A part of there's employment opportunities. Should we apply for the Georgia Bureau of Investigation? Let's see. The GBI offers interesting and exciting employment opportunities in a variety of investigative, scientific, technical, and administrative career fields. And it's now paperless.
Do they provide the chew tobacco and Vaseline, or do you have to buy that yourself?
It looks like they do provide it, but you have to bring your own spittoon.
Because you're going to need a lot.
Oh my God. What are you eating over there?
What's that?
I said, what are you eating over there? You sound like you got a bag of Triscuits.
Oh, no, I was picking up a bag on the ground.
Oh, okay.
See, quiet contributions. Kanye West donates $2 million to Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor, and George Floyd's family.
Well, that's nice. That's very nice of him.
Yeah, it's nice of him.
Not too long ago, he was begging for money from Mark Zuckerberg on Twitter.
This is true. I mean, I think he always had money. He just wanted more money.
Yeah.
To sell his fucking, like moon boots for $600.
Right. He should create the Mayo moonwalking shoes. Anytime a white person needs to backtrack, put on those Mayo moonwalkers.
And then everyone just accepts it, like, oh, okay.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm not familiar with the story of Kanye donating all that money, but good for him.
Yeah, good for him. That's all I have this week. Not a lot of different, like you said, it's mostly about the same subject.
Yeah, especially from Bossip. Understandably, they're going to be concerned about it. I like that first of all, I like that they can still be funny, but I like that they can also get serious when they want to get serious. It's nice. Bossip's a versatile organization over there, and we thank them for being there.
Thank you, Bossip.com.
Bossip, you matter. Bossip lives matter. That's what I say. And Black lives. I can just hear people. I can just hear people adding. Did you see? Real quick on this too. The other day, White Lives Matter was trending, and I clicked on it because I was like, "What fucking morons are out here with White Lives Matter, right?" And I think some white supremacists or something were using it. Well, apparently the hashtag was hijacked by K-pop fans.
I heard about this,
and all of them were. And my oldest daughter, who's 14, is a big K-pop fan. She likes BVS, Batman vs Superman, or whatever they're called.
BTS, I believe.
Yeah. So I told her about it, and she thought it was hilarious. But yeah, it was just people putting something called fan cams from K-pop on there. And yeah, it was pretty hilarious. And then Blue Lives Matter was also trending, which, as Chappelle pointed out one time, that's not a blue life. That's a blue suit. But that was trending, and it was just pictures of like Aladdin, for the genie from Aladdin, and and like that Flick or whatever from A Bug's Life, just blue cartoon characters.
Nice.
So that was nice that anyone trying to be divisive or whatever had their hashtag hijacked. And of course, you're not going to use Blue Lives Matter with the number 2. That wouldn't work. But anyway, so I thought that was pretty funny. Twitter's been endlessly entertaining for me the past few days. And yeah, so but now into what are we talking about, Mike? We're talking about Green Book, right? The Hershiala Ali and Viggo Mortensen. Yep. I mean, it's now more than ever.
Paul Poundstone is the host.
Yeah, exactly. And now more than ever, it's appropriate. So Mark Maron is in the car, and he doesn't know what to complain about.
It's the Maron-mobile, and then instead of like making it a noise, it just complains constantly and makes unfunny jokes.
We're running out of gas.
What happened to the dinosaurs? Get it? No, I don't.
Oh man. No, but we're talking about The Green Room, starring Paul Provenza, Italian, I believe he is.
Ugh.
From Brooklyn or something like that. I don't know.
Somewhere.
He's from somewhere in the world. He's from the same place.
It's a good pasta recipe, I imagine.
He's from the same place that Something is.
Something?
Yeah.
Oh, New York City?
Something and Paul Provenza, both born in the same.
I wish Something was on this show.
Yeah, me too. So this episode featured, speaking of dinosaurs, this episode featured Jonathan Winters,
Mark
Maron, Robert Klein, Rick Overton, who did he talk in this episode? Did anyone did anyone besides Jonathan Winters say anything in this episode? And every once in a while, and what's his name? Robert Klein talking about the prostitute that he lost his virginity to. Oh,
right. And I think Something was in the audience.
Probably, yes. They did.
This is one of at least 2 episodes where Ron Jeremy's in the audience.
Yeah, and they every time he's in the audience, they mention him for some reason.
Yeah,
but yeah. So, and I can't remember who the 4th person was. Do you?
Mark Maron.
Yeah, Mark Maron or somebody like that. So in this episode, Jonathan Winters talks a lot about being old and dressing as a woman. And they mentioned
and this one time he had a very elaborate and long-lasting pool game where he was summoned from heaven or hell, we don't know.
Right.
So play a game of pool with this young up-and-comer who thought he was better than the legendary Minnesota Fats.
Mm-hmm. Yep, exactly. And that pool hall was on Randolph Street.
It was.
But unfortunately, well, actually, fortunately for him, he lost, and thus was freed from his prison of having to play every blowhard that thought he was the best pool player in the world.
Yeah, no shit. Because this guy's really good, but every other guy is like this fucking drunk ass guy. He's like, "Oh, I'm the best pool player ever."
Right? You'll never beat me. Later, that guy went on to be roommates with a very fastidious man. But then I guess when he died, he took
fastidious.
Oh, good old Jonathan Winters. Jonathan Winters died.
The only thing it wasn't fastidious was his T-cell count. Am I right?
Oh God, that's true.
Just kidding.
Not very orderly there.
Could have been any number of things causing an infection.
Tony Randall, one time, who we're talking about, one time claimed that that no one could do an impersonation of him, and when someone asked why, he said, "Because I have perfect pitch." He was quite a weird dude.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, but Jonathan Winters died not long after this appearance, actually.
Well, was it that long ago? I thought it was relatively recent.
He died in 2013 at age 87, which I think was
Okay,
about
that's crazy.
about 3 or 4 years after this.
That's crazy because I remember, I think it was someone from the local radio station to 97 won the ticket. Again, I think it's, no, actually, that's not correct. It's Lynn Henning, a sports writer, was like a huge fan of Jonathan Winters, and he had quite a lot of tweets about it.
Yeah, Lynn Henning. I think Lynn Henning's dead too, isn't he? Or is he still alive? I don't know.
No, he's still alive.
Oh, good for him.
He retired, though.
That's probably why I thought he was dead. He's dead in my eyes. He's retired.
Jeez.
But no, I mean, Winters. The first thing I remember about Jonathan Winters was him being on Mork and Mindy. That's
he was Mindy.
He was Mork's son or something. Mork and Mindy's son. I don't know. Yeah, I think he was their child because whatever Robin Williams' alien species started out old, and they Benjamin Buttoned their way through life. Basically, started out old and they got younger as they go along.
Sure.
So you'd know exactly how long you were going to live if that was the case. Like if you were born and you were like 90 years old, you're like, 90 years left of this.
You have to estimate your age at a certain point.
Yeah. That's weird.
What if you're like a young 60 or like a really old 50?
Right? Oh, man.
You would have to reverse smoke cigarettes as you got younger. That'd be weird. You blow tobacco from your lungs into cigarettes and then like put them into packs.
Wow. Yeah, now you're living in a complete reverse world, which I think is what this movie Tenet's about, the Christopher Nolan movie.
Yeah, I've heard. I haven't seen the preview yet, but it sounds interesting. I'd like to see it. Obviously, I'll watch anything that Christopher Nolan does.
I'm not going to go to the theaters to watch it, but,
Is anyone?
Well, we'll see. Yeah, and that's not a COVID-19 thing.
Just get rid of the... No, it kind of is, actually.
Well,
because they're figuring it out.
Yeah, I mean, it makes me want to go to the theater even less than before, but I also didn't want to go before COVID-19.
Yeah, I don't know who would want to go to a theater anymore.
There was no one else it was just Robert Klein, Rick Overton, and Jonathan Winters. This is, when they were doing only three people. They had like, I don't know, a couple episodes where they only have 3 people for some reason. I don't know if somebody backed out or if they were experimenting with only doing 3.
Toad venom.
Yeah, exactly. Or maybe this is Mark Maron's just always lurking in the background, so they thought that was enough.
Kept him off the show so we'd have something to complain about. Keeps him alive.
How did you feel about Jonathan Winters basically just opening up about how much his mother fucking hated him?
Yeah, that was interesting for about 2 minutes.
That was so weird. Like at a point, it became uncomfortable. Like when
I think he's from a generation where like you don't talk about that, so it actually is like a big deal for him to say all that kind of stuff.
Right.
Whereas like a more modern, and even like as modern as Paul Provenza would like just be very open about that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for sure.
Or like what was it, Bobby Darin, who also had the same issue, and I think Jack Nicholson, like a weird situation where like their mother was actually like their knee. They thought it was their sister, but it was her mother.
Yeah. Yep. But yeah, it's like, talking about how he went off to war and he had a bunch of stuff that he put away for himself. And then when he came back from war, it was gone. And they, his mom said they gave it away. And he was like, he was mad about it. He's like, you should have asked me. And she goes, well, how did we know you were going to come back alive? It's pretty fucking cold.
Yeah, she's got a good point.
Oh my God, Jonathan Winters.
How lethal was World War II? I mean, like what percentage of troops from America? I mean, I think Russia was probably like 80%.
Oh, it was quite a bit. Russia had more casualties than all the other countries combined, even Germany.
Yeah, there's a lot of Russians who basically they try to bury Germany with their corpses.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, not good. Apparently, let's see.
What a country!
They let's see. Okay, so the Soviet Union obviously had the most over 24 million deaths. Holy shit. Next up, well, not next up, but the United States had 418,500, which is a hell of a lot of
That's a lot. I mean, what's that? 5? That's like 50 times less.
Yeah. Yeah, Russia was, like Russia, unfortunately for them, they and that's the thing is, if you ever watch movies or anything about World War II, invariably there's a scene where Stalin's like, "Hey, are you gonna fucking open up a Western Front?" Like
Stalin was way worse.
He asks so many. Yeah, he was, but he asks so many times because their people are being fucking murdered. So let's see. That looks like percentage wise, it was about. There we go. No. Well, let's see. That's deaths as a percentage of the 1939 population, which is interesting to know, but not exactly what I want. God, 14% of Lithuanians died in World War II. That's a lot.
Yeah, it's my home country, or my people are from there.
Right. Let's see, your people suffered a lot during World War II as well. For the United States, it's 0.32% of the U.S. population, which obviously isn't a lot, but I'm trying to find out how many percentage of servicemen that is. Looks like about, where are we at? Okay, looks like about 25%. I guess you had a 1 in 4 chance of dying if you were.
My God, that's very high.
If you were a U.S. soldier in World War II. Let's see, Russia. I'm not sure about Russia because I can't, or this technically the Soviet Union. I can't. Gosh, even theirs is just say see table below. Fuck. All right, there we go. Well, it's
actually, I don't think it was that high in America. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, this I don't know. This isn't good.
It's 13.7% of Russia's population died at the time. That is also incredibly high percentage of the total population. Belarus suffered the most, 25% of Belarus's entire population. So not just like that's the entire population of their country. So the entire population of their country, 1 in 4 died. That is horrifying.
Here I have it. Okay, so we have 16 million people served and 407,000 died.
Okay, so let's figure this out. Let me pull it.
So percent killed is 2.5% actually. So
there we go. I carried the
total U.S. Armed Forces.
I carried the wrong one.
Total U.S. So I mean that's not. I mean, yeah, you don't want anybody to die, but 2.5% compared to some other countries is not ridiculous.
No. I mean they definitely.
For example, Soviet Union, 31% of all troops that served died.
Son of a bitch, Jesus! You had like a 1 in 3 chance of dying.
Japan was 25%. Germany was 29%.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Amongst the Waffen SS, it was 34.9%.
Ooh. Front lines. Well, that's a shame. That's a shame for those Germans.
Anyways, Paul Provenza.
He would have been a Mussolini fan. No, but yeah, so Jonathan Winters tells basically about how his family hated him, and Robert Klein talks for a long time about the very beautiful black prostitute that he went to lose his virginity. And ends it with a
good for him.
Ends it with a funny joke, I guess.
I think that was a pretty common thing back in his day. Like your father would take you to a prostitute to lose your virginity.
Mm-hmm.
Did your father ever take you to a prostitute, Mark?
No, unfortunately not.
How awkward do you think that would have been?
Would have been really weird. You know, my father had a habit of whenever he told a joke or whatever, elbowing you and then laughing until you laughed along with him. So I could just imagine him, next to me, trying to encourage me with a
Why did he be next to you?
I don't know. It's funnier that way. Oh, man.
Impotence, just a fad.
Right. Let's see. No, my dad, I wonder if my dad, now my dad served in the war, or the Korean War, and he was stationed in Germany, so he did not.
Sort of the dad from the Wonder Years.
So he did not see, that's true. So he did not see combat.
Nazi combat?
No, yeah. Right. But I wonder if he frequented some prostitutes in Germany. My guess is he had to have.
Wouldn't we all?
Yeah, I mean, when in Germany, fuck a former Nazi.
Shoot some sperm in him?
Right.
It's in their constitution.
Oh my god. So Robert Klein, I recognize him. What is he famous for? Do you know?
He's famous for being a guest on the Howard Stern show.
Yeah, maybe that's why I recognize him. I don't know if I've ever seen his stand up even.
I think I might have heard some on the Howard Stern show, but I could be completely wrong.
Yeah, I don't let's see. He was in the movie Hooper, Primary Colors, Radioland Murders, Ira and Abby, One Fine Day, 2 Weeks Notice, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
That's the only one I've heard of.
The Last Unicorn, and The Safety of Objects.
Wow.
What the fuck is The Safety of Objects? It's a 2001 American drama film based upon a collection of short stories of the same name written by A.M. Holmes.
H.H. Holmes' descendant.
Right. In a suburban neighborhood, Paul Gold lies in his bedroom in a coma caused by a traumatic car accident. So is that Robert Klein just got to lay in got to lay in the bed? Or no, I think maybe
got
that's
to.
Well, for this this role, like being in a coma for a role is the best. It's got to be the easiest acting job ever, right?
I would hope so.
Pretend you're asleep.
I can't do it. They just keep waking up.
It's a Glenn Close movie. It sounds terrible. I don't want to see it.
I like Glenn Close.
Yeah, I like Glenn Close too. But no, Robert Klein's not the one in the coma. The one in the coma is Joshua Jackson from from Dawson's Creek,
and also the Mighty Ducks.
Yep. And also, oh wait, no, he wasn't in. He wasn't.
Mighty Ducks 2, yes, he was.
He wasn't in Cruel Intentions 2.
Mighty Ducks 3, yes, he was.
Which one was which one of the Dawson's people was in?
Yeah, it was him too. He was in Cruel Intentions, but not in Cruel Intentions 2, unfortunately.
But somebody from because they mentioned Dawson's Creek in that movie for some reason.
Is that what it was?
Like a very meta moment.
I heard that I've never watched the show Dawson's Creek, but I heard on an episode they reference like the Mighty Ducks movies.
They do, yes. I think it's the episode where they're doing a parody of The Breakfast Club. I've seen the episode. My wife loves Dawson's Creek. I just like the theme song. I don't want to wait for my life to be over.
No.
That's just a hard no. Let's see.
It's not a good theme song.
No, it's not.
You know what was a good theme song? The theme song for the 1994-ish Babysitter's Club movie, Better Than Ezra's Good.
Oh, really?
Remember that from the previews? They always played Good by Better Than Ezra.
I don't remember the Babysitter's Club. I
saw the previews.
I remember the books existed, but I didn't know they made a movie.
Yeah, I remember the previews, and what's her name? I cannot remember. This lady that I find attractive as an adult was in it.
Oh, interesting. Now I gotta know.
Marla Sokolov, maybe?
Is it Robin Dunn?
Was she in there too?
No, Robin Dunn is the dude that that was in.
Oh, I thought that was the lady.
Isn't
That the lady from The Craft? The red-haired girl from The Craft?
No, that's
Robin Tooney.
Yeah.
Robin Tooney.
Yeah. Let's see. Babysitters Club movie. Oh, the trailers. Trailer's one of the first things that came up. All right, let's see.
Well, turn that baby. I don't know if I can play into the feed, but you should play that.
I'm pretty sure it will work. Let's see.
Watch out, we might get sued by Better Than Ezra.
What are you guys doing now?
Just suing podcasts.
Oh my God! What year did I graduate from high school? Who gives a fuck? I want to know if I'm a creep.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Christy, and these are my friends. We're pretty tight. We even have our own club. Babysitters Club, everybody knows us. That's because everybody uses us. I brought a little something for
Looks like Natalie Portman's in this.
Hi, I'm Luca.
I don't feel that she is.
And you're?
I could be wrong.
I guess. Are you gonna kiss her? But this summer, a lot is going on. Welcome to our camp! And it seems like a lot is changing. Dad?
Yeah,
Why are you here?
I'm moving back.
We're meeting different guys.
Do you want to go to the movies with me tonight?
Alan, get real.
I am.
Alan really likes you.
What?
Likes her? Or likes her? Trying to figure out some weird new feelings. Do you think I should have told him? What? I'm only 13. So? He's 17?
Holy shit!
Agent! Keeping a few secrets. Have you seen Mom?
I don't want her to really know I'm here yet.
And basically dealing with life.
I just can't believe you're only 13!
Honey, look us outside.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. She's only 13. Let's see, though. Babysitter's Club movie. Let's see. No, not the trailer again. Let's play it again.
Maybe I'll call you.
I do like that song. All right. Let me tell you who's in this movie when they were fucking, children. Schuler Frisk, Brie Blair, Trisha Joe, Rachel Lee Cook,
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Larissa.
Oh, that's it. Larissa Oken. She was in 10 Things I Hate About You as the younger sister.
Ah, gotcha.
And she was also in Alice Mack, I think, though. As we've mentioned once or twice, I didn't have cable, so I never watched it at the time.
Yeah, she was born in Santa Clara. Good for her. She's about our age. Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see. See what else she's done. She's done anything recently? We Broke Up. Something, I don't know. It's a movie called We Broke Up. Let's see. She was in OJ the Musical.
Oh, no.
Let's see. What she was on Boy Meets World, apparently. Dana Pruitt for 3 episodes.
She was on Third Rock from the Sun, I know.
Yep. As Elisa Strudwick. 21 episodes. Wow. Good for you.
And she was Joseph Gordon-Levitt's girlfriend.
Well, apparently now she's in a show called The Healing Powers of Dude.
Oh, that sounds good.
She's in a main role. Let's see. It's a comedy web television series.
Oh boy, I think we technically have a comedy web series.
Yeah, agreed. Oh, now it's on Netflix though. So Netflix, come and get our show too. It follows Noah Ferris, an 11-year-old boy with social anxiety disorder who gets an emotional support dog to help him manage his disorder.
I hate this already.
What is she? She is Noah's mom. She's Noah's mom who works as a lawyer. Steve Zahn's in it.
Lord. Of course he is.
Oh, holy shit. Steve Zahn as the voice of Dude, Noah's emotional support dog. It's about a fucking talking dog.
Thank you.
Why couldn't they have gotten that one guy that always voices dogs?
Oh, you mean Fred, not Willard, that's for sure.
Right.
What the fuck is that guy's name? He does Fred and Scooby's voice.
Yeah.
Frank Weller. Welker?
Yeah.
Weller?
Frank Welker, yeah.
They didn't have Frank Welker money. They had to get Steve fucking Zahn.
Right? Tom Everett Scott's in it too.
Oh no!
It's a 90s it's a 90s hodgepodge.
Right.
Oh my god, what the fuck was the last thing that Tom Everett Scott was in before this?
I think it was in like one of those Diary of a Wimpy Kid movies. I think my oldest has watched it, and he was in something like that.
Last movie he was in, besides this year, Clouds, was I Hate Kids.
Dead Man on Campus 2.
Right? Oh my god. The Papers, Josh. He's also on a show called Council of Dads.
Sounds good.
Yep, it's an American drama on NBC. So that
Hey, what's better? Better Call Saul or Council of Dads?
You know what else he was on? A show called God Friended Me.
I heard about that show. Like he was on one of the big network channels.
Is that God's your Facebook friend or something?
I think that's a premise. I'm not sure.
Does God just posts about fucking Bible verses though? The series chronicles the life of Miles Finer.
And reposts Kid Rock tweets, probably.
Right. An outspoken atheist and podcaster. Holy shit.
You know what's going to be the worst thing ever is going to be in like 8 months when all these fucking quarantine, like, premise, like shows / sitcoms
Yes.
/ movies / albums are going to come out. It's going to be the worst fucking thing ever.
Yeah, I can't wait till the first quarantine album.
I wrote this during the quarantine.
Looking at my cat. He has sent
Speaking of cats, I feel that my cat is I started going back to work this week, which is why we're actually recording this on Thursday.
Mhm.
We usually record on Tuesday.
Right.
Because I've just had a really, I'm still adjusting back. But the person who misses me the most, other than my 2 children, is my cat. She won't leave me alone.
Yeah.
Speaking of cats, Peaches update.
Yeah. So Peaches is doing well.
You forgot about the incident.
Yeah, she got to she likes to go outside. We usually let her out in the backyard because she'll stay in the backyard and then just sit by the door when she wants to come in, and she'll come in. Apparently the other night, I think it was me that let her out, and I guess I forgot to bring her back in. I woke up to the on Facebook a thing for my wife, because who had woken up before I did, that Peaches was missing, and then immediately read the update that she was found. So for like a split second I was like, oh no, and then I was like, oh okay, it's fine. But they had to go through the fact that Peaches was out all night. Our neighbors saw her in their driveway and everything, and eventually she,
oh my lord, the neighbors saw her in the driveway.
right. And eventually she did come back, but she's been super affectionate since her adventure outside for the night.
Any update on the blood counts and all that good stuff?
Apparently things are holding steady right now, so that's good news. We're not sure if it's going to continue to be this way or not, but for now everything looks good. It looks like she's everything's where it's supposed to be right now, so we'll see what happens from here.
Are you a big cat fan, Mark, or is it more like your wife or the kids are more into the cat?
Well, my wife is allergic.
I know you've had dogs in the past.
Yeah. Well, when I was a kid, we had 2 cats and 2 dogs. I tend to like cats more as pets than I like dogs. My wife is the one that wanted the cat because my wife loves cats. And she likes dogs too, but I think like me, she prefers cats. She's allergic to cats, and so is my son. So we had to Peaches is a Siamese cat, and that's
even if you don't please.
Exactly. And that's one of the breeds that they're not allergic to or whatever. That there's
hypoallergenic.
Yeah, they're more hypoallergenic than other breeds, I guess.
Is Peaches have any trouble with her hearing?
She's got an ear issue. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Siamese are kind of notorious for that.
Yeah, she's got an ear issue and very deep set eyes.
Very cute cat. I've seen pictures on facebook.com/home.ian-english.api.
Right? Yeah, but yeah, it's she's doing well, so that's definitely good.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I
Don't
guess
you wish we could take our cats out to people's houses and they would play with other people's cats?
I
Like
do.
dogs?
I talked to Carol about getting another cat because I think that
They
Peaches.
say it makes it easier. We have 3 cats, and they do pair up pretty well.
Yeah, I think Peaches would like another cat to play with, for sure. She plays with us. She's a very playful cat.
And remember, if you get another cat, you only have it's 100% more cats, sure. But then if you get a third cat, that's only 50% more.
That's
then
right.
a fourth cat's only a third more.
Yep.
It's just a slippery slope.
Exactly.
It's not much more cat.
Exactly. No, it's not. And I cleaned out where our laundry room is in the basement was really dirty and kind of filled with a bunch of junk and everything, and just different things in boxes that need to be gone through. So I spent one of the days, I think last week, cleaning all that stuff out, and now that area is really, there's a lot of room in that area, and it's all nice and everything. That's where the cat's litter box is. So we could, if we got more cats, we could just, line up, 5, 10 litter boxes all.
Yeah, we have 2 litter boxes. We have 3 cats. We require at least 2. One of them is a giant litter box.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the Peach's litter box needs to be a little bit. We need to either get a little bit bigger of a one or get her a second one.
Cat chat. I'm just putting that in there for the voice recognition software.
Right. But yeah, so that's Mark
Paul
Maron's.
Provenza has a litter box.
Yep, that's Mark Maron's
That's where
contribution.
he gets his fucking jokes from.
Uh,
I don't think Paul Provenza adds much to the show in general. How do you feel?
no, I don't either. Supposedly he's supposed to steer the show, I guess, but all he does is kind of
Was he the captain of the Exxon Valdez?
right. He'll ask.
I wish I knew his name.
He'll ask a question every once in a while, and then he'll throw it to someone in the audience that usually has a better joke than he does. Was this the one? This was the one where, oh yeah, Rick Overton. The only thing that he did was do his bit about David Carradine dying.
Right.
Rest
in peace. A sympathetic figure if there ever was one.
Yeah, Joseph Hazelwood was the captain of the Exxon Valdez, by the way.
Do you think this is the time to shine for sign language interpreters? Because everything I fucking watch is a sign language interpreter now.
Absolutely. Yeah, governor's addresses, people talking about the way to protect yourself during a peaceful
Nuclear
protest.
blast. The wingdings font is a big issue with them, I think.
Yep. What's coming next? There was an earthquake in California. 2020, the hits just keep on coming.
And they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming.
That's right. What was I going to say about Paul Provenza and Mark Maron? Oh, yeah, the next episode has Penn Jillette on it, so maybe it's better.
Yeah, I mean, so far, it's funny because all the ones I've seen I've liked so far, but the first 5, I've seen one of them, the one with, Jim Jeffries,
Right.
the one Australian Canadian I know.
Right.
Well, I guess I know Tim Minchin as well. He's pretty funny, I think. But yeah, and the other ones have been kind of just so-so. I mean, maybe that's the whole show. It's just kind of like there's some good episodes and some are just kind of eh.
Yeah. It can be difficult. You have to because there are people, just like with any profession, whether that's a creative profession, whether it's a writer or actor or whatever, there are some comedians that they think a lot about their craft and they're very good at talking about it. As we mentioned before, Jerry Seinfeld is one of those. Whether they're funny or not, there are some people who are just very good at thinking about comedy and deconstructing it and talking about it. And there are some people, no matter how funny that they are, that might not be good at talking about it. They might not think deeply about it at another level. It might be more instinctual for them. So I think that's part of it. When you get people that are really good at Like, I think the Bob Saget episode, I think Bob Saget would be really good at breaking down comedy. I think he'd be good on that Seinfeld show.
Yeah, he's trying too hard, I think, to try and be funny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I think like Jimmy Carr is a great example of someone like later on the series who does a really great job of trying to break down comedy. Like probably too deep into it for the show, but yeah, I mean he's and like you said, that'd be great. I'd love to see him on getting comedians with cars and coffee rides.
Right. Yeah. Getting our copy of the coronavirus while we talk.
Was Bob Saget not on there? Maybe he wasn't, huh?
I don't remember if he was or not.
Saget.
Now that you mention it, it does seem like maybe he was on there. I know Jimmy Fallon was on there. I don't like Jimmy Fallon. But there was a couple. Jim Carrey was on there. Let me see. Bob blah blah. Bob Saget, comedians in cars getting coffee. Let's see if he was on there.
Do you think Dave Coulier gets any respect as a comedian?
Oh, wow. I would like to think that he would, but I don't know why I want to think that, but I'd like to think he would, but he probably doesn't. As a comedian, probably not. But he's got money, right? I think he gets respect as a guy that got head from Alanis Morissette. That's where I think his respect comes from. Let's see. Jerry Seinfeld confirmed he's been working on a big, huge project with Larry David. Oh, that's a Seinfeld reunion. What the fuck? Wow, this is from 2014, and it said Seinfeld confirms Seinfeld reunion and a Full House spinoff is happening. No, apparently Bob Saget has not been on Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee, I guess.
Boo.
Yeah, he should be, though. Oh, but
maybe next season.
That's our, the next time that they can go out without worry. Could you imagine Jerry Seinfeld with a mask on?
Yes.
But that's our episode for the week. Can you tell Mike and I are getting a little disinterested in the actual show that we're watching? It's just
the first.
I mean, watch it. Watch this episode of the Green Room book if you want to, because it's not that good. It's not that interesting. There's not much to talk about. I think the next episode might be better with the Pendulette, and then the first episode
I could talk forever about Pendulette.
The first episode of season 2 is the Bo Burnham one, which I think is really good. So
Bo Burnham.
Bo Burnham. Mr.
Nice.
Burnham.
Yeah. Oh, Mark, I got some emails this week, actually. Did you get any emails?
No, you got emails? Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. They're not emails. They're tweets.
Okay. Somebody called me a beta.
Who was that? Hold on. I gotta hear this.
So, I was on Twitter, and it was actually about the Drew Brees thing. He said, Jordan Peele said something.
Go to a beta?
No, Jordan Peele said something about how.
Oh, wait. We forgot to mention our David Spade, your David Spade tweet got a like from David Spade.
Oh, yeah. David Spade liked our tweet, which when we were talking about the wrong Missy, which was nice.
And when he clicked it, he was like, ah.
But yeah, he.
Then Nick Swartzen walked by and farted.
So
and they fucked.
So, Jordan Peele was talking about the whole Drew Brees thing, and somebody said, "Oh, Drew Brees can't have his own opinion without the cancel culture king, Jordan Peele." Which I didn't understand. I didn't know that Jordan Peele, and he used he said SJW.
Did he spell each one with a K for the first letter?
He might as well have, but he said, oh, you're coming after him and all this stuff. And so I responded to the guy. I go, he can, no one said that Drew Brees couldn't give his opinion. He did. We're giving our opinion. We think he's a moron, or whatever. And the guy just responded to me, okay, beta. So then I responded to him with a gif of John Oliver saying dope.
Thank you.
But yeah, so you got some tweets?
Yeah, first tweet is, hey, Mike, you rock. Lose the douchebag. Hillary Duff. At Hillary Duff. Second tweet. Hey, Mike, that fucking Mark guy is the worst disaster to ever hit Michigan. Former Governor Rick Snyder. Hey, Mike, this Mark guy's a fucking liar. From Mike from Flint, Michael Moore.
That's awesome.
And that's in the mailbag.
Oh.
I stole the first one from Norm Macdonald inadvertently.
What?
I stole the first joke from Norm Macdonald inadvertently. That's an Adam Egget tweet. Hey, lose the douchebag.
Nice. Oh, that's awesome.
Fake news. Cuck. Beta cuck fake news.
That's right. But speaking of that, continue to write in to us, massivelatefee@gmail.com, if you want us. So the last episode that we did, the Space Force episode, that was episode 20. So we've got 20 more episodes, 20 weeks. You got 20 weeks to get those in there.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, we got 20 weeks till we're at episode 100.
Well, you said it was episode 20.
Did I? No,
Yes,
we've got
you beta cuck.
we've got 20 more
Why
episodes.
don't you watch your fucking cat and not let her get outside, and then worry about our tweets and then episode numbers?
But we're on episode 80, so we got 20 more episodes. So go ahead, massivelatefee@gmail.com. Write us in. Ask any question that you want. Call me a cuck. Tell me...
Beta cuck, cuckold.
Right. Tell me that you want me gone from the show. Tell Mike...
Tell us what lives you think matter.
Tell Mike that the MCU is the greatest thing that's ever lived, or whatever.
Send in pictures of your cats. We just want cute cats, so if your cat's ugly, then just fuck right off.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to see a fucking ugly cat. There's nothing worse in the world. No tragedies are worse in the world than an ugly cat.
The Hindenburg can suck our dicks.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's our show for the week. I don't know. Come back next week. Bye.
Find Mark at Beta Cuck on Twitter.
Yep, exactly. I'll bet you there's a Beta Cuck on Twitter.
Hashtag the Teachers of Peaches.
Right? All right. We'll see you. Bye.
Good song. You should look it up.